you know, and this is how he is. So Costas is very flamboyantly loud like that. That's how he is, okay? So this is about creativity and color and things that are like all things theatrical. So when it has to do with how, like your certain favorite TV shows, okay? That's where he's with you on things. It's about you being creative. So when you can get into life and make things happen, you know, and you feel empowered and great, and you did this and you did that, and he's just like, yay! You know, that's the kind of person he is. You have a very loud guy like that. You've got some others, you know, there's actually a little boy that chooses to stay looking like a little boy. I mean, when we pass on, we don't all stay children, unless we're stuck in the lower astral, and those children have to be talked over. Or talked up. And so there's a little boy, and he has to do with understanding youth and I know this sounds weird, dirt. I don't know, it's almost like accepting things that are dirty. It's hard for you to accept things that are dirty. So this is this little boy, and he's all about dirt. Okay, but that's okay, you know, understanding that the world is dirty. I don't know. They all come, they rotate, they come in. But your main guide is Costas, and he is just happy. All right, I'll take her.
Thank you.
Yeah, and I mean, I just want you to try to remember. She might be hot too. Hey, there we go. And Emmy, this is Emmy, and someday she will carry the Trail of Kite tears for the charity people, believe it or not. She has been chosen by a medicine man to do that. Now, a little white girl, I have no idea, but he chose that. What happened was, what are you doing? Are you smiling? What happened with the pipe was that,
Like,
the person who carried it in the beginning was going to turn it back to the Cherokee people, who were going to turn it into the Native American church. And the problem with that is the person that was carrying the pipe at the time was a traditional Native, which does not believe in the Native American church, which is a conglomeration of Christianity. And so he gave the pipe to a white man to carry it. And that white man decided that before Emmy was born, I don't even know how this happened, that he felt her energy and decided that she would carry the pipe. So someday she'll be getting that thing. Can you believe it? I can't believe it. Little yummy, that's what I call her. Little yummy.
Later after she's walking.
Yeah.
Oh,
At some point.
update on that.
What?
Last time I spoke with the chief, he said either she takes it or it gets buried with me, but it must go on, so she better take it.
Oh yeah, she'll be taking it. She'll be learning the tobacco, huh? Okay, anybody else?
I've never even thought about spirit guides.
Really?
Something that's ever...
And you went and saw Sylvia Brown.
Well, that was Dana wanted to go see Sylvia Brown. He was the one who was into all that. I learned so much from that man. It was amazing. So
I love metaphysics. Metaphysics is so fun, and there's no end to it. There's really no
So I
end to
only
it.
started learning all about that stuff.
I'm telling you, that man said that you've got to do it. He said that you've got abilities, and you know what?
To look into this.
And it's time. Okay. It's almost like you have two guys that are your main guys that work together. So here's where duality really comes in with the male and female. Although, if you know anything about spirit work, you know, and the higher entities don't really even care if they have a sex or not. But because it's easier to deal with people, because we're all, you know, male and female, so that's what they do. They come through as their essences. So you have a male and a female that work together. I mean, like on the same level as main guide, instead of, you know, just one guiding it along. Makes sense. And I still have that cherry thing, and that was for you. it's funny because you're so close together, so I'm trying to, let's see what your lady's name is. Clara. What a pretty name. I love it. Clara. There's, what?
There's a psychic, excuse me, there's a swap game that's Miss Clara's.
Oh, that's funny.
It's Clara's thing is.
Oh, see, oh, now I got my chills. I got my confirmation chills.
Sorry, yeah.
Yeah, that is cool.
And I do get, to gamble so much, but there is a Miss Clara, so I always like to go play Miss Clara.
Clara. Well, that's funny. There you go. Your guide's name is Clara. That's her name. And his name is Stephen. So it's like Stephen and Clara. Okay, and it's almost like it feels like they're like a married couple that just decided to take you on as a project. And kind of that's what we are. We are projects with them. The more we grow, they grow. Okay? And then all worlds grow.
And I am a Gemini.
So that sort of makes
Perfect
sense. Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, and that's what they do. They work together. They're funny. They're yammering back and forth, and they work with you on making decisions, sticking with them. Okay? And this is something they say. And sticking with them. I mean, really. Like, if you're going to be walking, you better keep walking, you know, and make sure you don't stop. You know, who cares if it's hot? Walk.
Or cold.
Or cold. Yeah, and so that's it. So Clara and Stephen. But that's funny. And that should actually be a dead ringer for yeah, that is a thing for you. To understand and know. You know? Oh, I'm so sorry. Yes. Abby's starting to tease. She's starting to tease. And I feel bad because I just did her. She's going to cry no matter what. Until I put her to bed.
You mentioned something earlier about 2012.
Yeah.
Spirituality of 2012. What do you feel like that's going to?
Well, you know, I think it's already starting. It comes with the stuff with the law of attraction. Have you read anything on the law of attraction and any of The Secret or any of those things? Okay, this is what's going to happen. So many of us already in here already nodded their heads, which means that the secret is about creating your own world and creating things the way you want them to be and learning how to think, not just think positively, but believe positively and understanding that your thoughts, your feelings, your beliefs, and everything are real. So we've got quantum physics, quantum mechanics, we've got all of that working. This is already the shift that's started. We all are intelligent enough to know and understand quantum mechanics now, okay? And understanding that thoughts are real. So when enough of us are getting that and understanding how we can change our world, it's going to start changing, and it's already changed on, you know, it's starting to change on the cellular level now. And so, it's beginning. It's already beginning. And it's going to keep going.
I had a dream the other night that was kind of interesting. It was kind of chaotic and a little bit on the bizarre side of the people that were involved in it. I was with a small group of people. But I had presence of mind enough to ask somebody what year it was. And it was 2040. Yeah. What are any comments on that?
How did it feel to be in 2040?
I kind of like it here.
That's really good. Yeah, because I don't feel that the end of the world's coming in 2012. Not at all. But I think that the shift is going to be really cool. I mean, and I think it's starting, you know, think of where our financial stuff is setting right now with the U.S. in general. And we're going to get to a point where we're not going to be happy with the way our judicial system's set up, how the system doesn't work. Everything's going to start changing because people are starting to think and believe and do things differently in their minds. And changing that in their essence and projecting it out there is completely going to change the world. And